Ron Good up from FightHype.com. I'm here with the leader of the Headbangers, Mr. Barry Hunter. How's it going?
Everything's love, man. In the world famous Wild Card Gym, man. Happy to be there here with you guys and Freddie Roach as well.
Now, tremendous fight coming up. You know, Gervonta Davis gets to perform and gets to showcase his skills coming up on the Staples Center. I know originally planned with Rolly Romero, but now it's Isaac Cruz. Just wanted to get your overall thoughts about the whole transition and switch. And I know it's not your first time speaking about it, but just overall coming close to the fight week.
Well, of course it's boxing, you know, and things like this always happen. The great thing about it is we were in camp. We had a lot of great fighters in camp along with us, you know, of course Sean Porter, we had Isaac Dogbe.
Yep.
We had a kid by the name of Quincy Williams. You'll hear about him soon. He just won the gold medal in the Pan Am Games versus
Oh,
Cuba.
nice. Oh, that's really hard, obviously.
Yeah, that's big,
with them.
you know what I mean? And so we had Patrick Harris in camp with us as well, and Nashi Smith, and these are upcoming young fighters that's on the U.S. team. Scooter Davis. And then we were actually in Fort Lauderdale after we left D.C. in Chico's gym down in Fort Lauderdale. And when I tell you, you had sparring, van loads of guys was literally pulling up in vans. And we had guys from Kazakhstan, guys from Puerto Rico, Mexico, Dominican Republic. I mean, they was from all over, man, and it was different flavors of sparring. So, you know, whatever they bring to the table, we should be able to make a quick adjustment to it if need be.
Now, I know there was a moment in the All Access that Gervonta was speaking on how Calvin was still back at home and he was able to spend a camp, you know, with you and things like that. Calvin said he was able to give a different look. And what was that kind of experience like, just having Tank out, you know, in a separate environment, you know, trying new different things?
That was cool, but, you know, if you go back in our history, ours meaning Calvin, myself, Tank, Boogie, Patrick over there, this is nothing new to us. Right. You know, we hadn't done it in a while. You know, it's been a few years, you know, since we all been together like this. But his pro career actually started with myself and Team Headbanger, along with, you know, my wife and Andre Johnson, that's putting him in his first professional fight, you know what I mean, in D.C. And so that went on, you know, and then when he started to ascend, you know, we had a lot on this side, they had a lot on the side, and we went like so, you know, and he called us up for this particular camp, fighting, just told me, he said, look, I'm on my way back down. And he's been there ever since.
Now, I have to ask about the upset recently. You know, one of the competitors and rivals of Gervonta, Teofimo Lopez, lost to Kambosos. Did you get a chance to see that fight?
I did watch that fight.
What was your thoughts on that fight?
I thought it was an action-packed fight. I definitely thought the right guy won the fight. I thought it was a heated fight. I thought it was a spirited fight. And I liked it because both guys at the top of their game. And, you know, it's not like one over the hill or they both over the hill. They bought it. And I think the fans were the beneficiary of it, to be honest with you. I thought it was a good fight, and I'd like to see it again, actually.
Now, not, you know, making excuses for Tio, but some people said he looked a little different, maybe came too aggressive or underestimated his opponent. Do you feel like some of those were factors in there, or you're unsure?
I just think that it was Kambosos' day, you know. We can go with this not being right, that not being right, he didn't get the right instructions, what have you. To me, a lot of times, and some of it could be true, some maybe not. But I don't want to say things like that because it take away from what Kambosos did that night. You know what I mean? And for him, that was legendary. Yeah. And it was a great fight. His path to that title wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't.
And then you got to factor in the fact that this guy from Australia, he came here to the U.S. and he kept fighting in the U.S., taking these chances. You know and I know Lopez is not no cheap date. Right. You know what I mean? And so to do what he did, to get up after he knocked Lopez down, to get up after being knocked down and finish the way he did, come on, man. You got to get a man his props.
Now, Lou DiBella went on Twitter and he mentioned, I guess some people were talking about getting the undisputed fight with Devin Haney or that. But he said, essentially, it's not necessarily about that, but the prize fighter. He's a prize fighter, and he's looking for maybe the biggest prize and opportunities. A lot of people point at Tank as the biggest prize in the division. So assuming that if that's the message to Gervonta, you know, after Gervonta gets past Isaac Cruz, would that be a fight that you guys would obviously love to entertain, and how would that fight go about?
Well, the thing about us on our side of the fence, I can't speak for everybody else. We don't do that discriminating, man. So if it's Teofimo next, then it's Teofimo next. If it's Kambosos next, it's Kambosos next. We in this game, man, not to be picking and choosing. You know what I mean? The goal for us is different. You know, we want history, we want supremacies, and we greedy. We love to have all those belts. So if that's what it is, then we definitely welcome the challenge. I know Coach Kyle and Boogie feel the same way I do. Definitely Tank.
Absolutely. And then just final question in just regards of, you know, you have a plethora of talent, the headbangers, obviously. Dogway came off his win against Christopher Diaz, a great win on that Sean Porter undercard. What's next for all the rest of the fighters beyond the Gervonta Davis and the fighters that you're currently working with?
Well, like I want to say, you know, again, congratulations to Quincy Williams for representing the United States the way he did, capturing the gold against the Cuban in the finals. We're very, very proud of him, and we're looking for big things from him, along with Patrick Harris, which is the son of Boogie Harris, which is 19-0 now, and he's, you know, getting ready to take that next step towards getting him a world title shot. And of course, all the other young fighters that we have in the gym, along with Miss Isaac Cruz,
absolutely,
still, you know, champ. So, you know, we're just looking to, you know, do bigger things, man. You know, I want to thank God too, because without God, we couldn't have done none of that, man. And we get ready to open up a new gym.
Oh, really?
Yes, under DPR, which we love, Department of Recreations, man. Thanks for standing there next to us every step of the way, along with Mayor Bowser and our director, Delano Hunter. Outstanding. You know what I mean? I'm just looking forward to, you know, a great year, you know, in 2022. And
I know it's the last question, but one more question just popped in my head, if you don't mind me. Just curious on a Crawford Spence after Crawford fought, you know, Sean Porter, and then obviously Lamont Peterson fought Spence. Is there anything that, after kind of being around those fights and helping, that you may have an inkling of who may potentially win if they faced each other?
This is, I just told the other guy, I took the fifth in that, because, you know, I'm a huge fan of Terrence, Bomac, Reds, good people.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They spoke highly of you, as always.
Yeah, they're great people, man. And of course, I have history with Earl Spence since he was about 17 years old.
Right.
You know, so, you know, that's one of them fights that, you know, you hate to be in the middle of, because you're pulling for both guys. But nevertheless, you know, of course, that history with Earl, you know, it is what it is. I just hope that, you know, at the end of the day, just like the Sean Crawford fight, I hope at the end of the day, man, they put on a spirited battle, if it ever come to pass, and let the fans be the beneficiary of that.
Does Jerron or Virgil have a chance, or they're just kind of one step right below before getting those fights?
Which one?
Jerron Ennis or Virgil Ortiz?
Boots. Again, again, Boots is different.
Why is he different?
His father and myself are real good friends. He was a young kid. He had a couple other brothers that fight also, but he's a special fighter. I can't really speak too much on Virgil because I don't know, you know, I haven't seen Virgil fight. But definitely, I can see Boots getting his crack, and I don't see why not, you know, because he deserves it. You know, but, you know, when that comes to pass, we will see. You know, definitely, I would love to see Earl and Terrence do their thing. Because I know it'd be one hell of a fight.
So, well, I appreciate the time. Thank you so much, as always.
Thank you, brother.